Space-based cyber operations. The evolution of military strategy in the final frontier. The intersection of space technology and cybersecurity has emerged as a critical domain in modern military operations, representing a fundamental shift in how nations approach both defensive and offensive capabilities beyond Earth's atmosphere. As space becomes increasingly militarized, the development of sophisticated cyber capabilities to protect and potentially disrupt satellite communications has taken center stage in military planning and strategy. The modernization of space-based military operations reflects a growing recognition that space assets are both vital to national security and inherently vulnerable to cyber threats. Satellites, which were once considered relatively safe due to their physical inaccessibility, have become prime targets for cyber operations due to their reliance on complex computer systems and digital communications networks. This vulnerability has prompted military organizations worldwide, particularly the United States Department of Defense, to fundamentally reconceptualize their approach to space warfare. The current landscape of space-based cyber operations encompasses a wide range of activities, from defensive measures protecting critical satellite infrastructure to the development of offensive capabilities that could be deployed in future conflicts. These operations exist within a complex framework of international space law, military doctrine, and rapidly evolving technological capabilities. Military strategists must now consider not only traditional physical threats to space assets, but also sophisticated cyber attacks that could disable or compromise satellite systems without physical contact. At the forefront of these developments, the U.S. Department of Defense has established dedicated units and programs focused on space cybersecurity. These initiatives represent a significant investment in both human capital and technological resources, acknowledging that future conflicts may be fought as much through computer networks as through conventional means. The Space Force, established in 2019, has made cyber defense one of its primary missions, working in close conjunction with U.S. Cyber Command to develop comprehensive strategies for protecting space assets. The threats facing space-based systems are diverse and evolving. Satellite jamming, once considered a relatively simple form of electronic warfare, has evolved into sophisticated cyber attacks that can target specific satellite subsystems. These attacks might involve intercepting or corrupting command and control signals, manipulating telemetry data, or even gaining unauthorized access to satellite control systems. The potential impact of such attacks extends far beyond military operations, threatening civilian infrastructure that relies on satellite services for everything from communications to navigation. Military planners have identified several critical vulnerabilities in space-based systems that require particular attention. Ground stations, which serve as the primary interface between Earth-based operators and orbiting satellites, represent particularly attractive targets for cyber attacks. These facilities must maintain constant communication with multiple satellites, making them potential entry points for malicious actors seeking to compromise space assets. The communication links between ground stations and satellites themselves are also vulnerable to interception and manipulation, requiring robust encryption and security protocols. The development of defensive capabilities has become increasingly sophisticated. Modern satellite systems incorporate multiple layers of cybersecurity measures, including encrypted communications, secure boot processes, and autonomous threat detection systems. These defenses must be constantly updated to address new threats, requiring significant ongoing investment in research and development. Military organizations are also developing redundant systems and backup capabilities to ensure continued operations even if primary systems are compromised. The offensive aspects of space-based cyber operations, while more controversial, are also receiving significant attention from military planners. These capabilities might include the ability to temporarily disable enemy satellites, intercept or manipulate communications, or even gain control of adversary space assets. The development of such capabilities raises important questions about the militarization of space and the potential for escalation in future conflicts. International cooperation and competition in this domain add another layer of complexity. While some nations advocate for the peaceful use of space and the establishment of international norms governing cyber operations in orbit, others view space as a critical domain for military advantage. This has led to a complex web of alliances and agreements, as nations seek to protect their interests while maintaining strategic relationships. The role of private industry in space-based cyber operations cannot be overlooked. Commercial satellite operators now provide critical services to military organizations, creating new challenges for cybersecurity. These partnerships require careful management of security requirements and information sharing, as vulnerabilities in commercial systems could potentially impact military operations. Looking to the future, several trends are likely to shape the evolution of space-based cyber operations. The increasing commercialization of space activities will create new vulnerabilities and require novel approaches to security. The development of autonomous systems and artificial intelligence will both enhance defensive capabilities and create new attack vectors. The proliferation of small satellites and constellations will complicate the security landscape, requiring new strategies for protecting distributed space assets. The impact of these developments extends far beyond military operations. Modern society's reliance on space-based systems for communications, navigation, weather forecasting, and other critical services means that the security of space assets is now a matter of national and economic security. Military planners must consider not only the direct military implications of space-based cyber operations, but also their potential impact on civilian infrastructure and services. The technical challenges of securing space-based systems are considerable. Satellites must operate with limited computing resources and power, making it difficult to implement robust security measures. The long operational lifetimes of many satellites mean that security systems must be designed to address threats that may not even exist when the satellite is launched. Updates to satellite software and security systems must be carefully managed to avoid introducing new vulnerabilities or disrupting critical operations. Education and training have become critical components of space-based cyber operations. Military organizations are investing heavily in developing personnel with the specialized skills needed to protect space assets and respond to cyber threats. This includes not only technical training, but also education in space policy, international law, and strategic planning. As space-based cyber operations continue to evolve, military organizations must maintain a delicate balance between developing necessary capabilities and avoiding actions that could lead to the weaponization of space. International cooperation will be essential in establishing norms and preventing conflicts, even as nations continue to develop their individual capabilities. The future of military operations in space will likely be shaped as much by policy decisions and international agreements as by technological developments. The integration of cyber operations into space-based military activities represents a fundamental change in how nations approach both warfare and national security. As technology continues to advance and our reliance on space-based systems grows, the importance of protecting these assets from cyber threats will only increase. Military organizations worldwide must continue to adapt and evolve their capabilities while working within international frameworks to ensure the sustainable and peaceful use of space.